Are you a teacher who plans to teach in New Zealand? Are you a teacher who is a non-education degree holder but with a teaching license in your home country? Are you a teacher who did not meet the knowledge requirement of an initial teacher education or ITE qualification but got level 7 or above? If your answer is yes to one of my questions, stay tuned until the end of this video because this video is for you. Like me, I submitted all the requirements needed through the Discretionary Pathway of Teaching Council in New Zealand. These are the requirements that you need to prepare to have a provisional practicing certificate in New Zealand. The first thing that you need to do before applying to the Teaching Council is to have an NZQA assessment, and after that, you need to get a language proficiency test. If you have these two documents, you may now start creating your account in the Teaching Council. Upload the documents needed and pay the fee. So you need also to provide your police clearance, and if you are staying in a country except for the Philippines, like me, I provided 2 police clearance, and that is in Taiwan, and also an NBI clearance from the Philippines. So the Teaching Council needs both clearances if you stayed in different countries like Taiwan and the Philippines. Check the description part of this video, for I will include the link that I use in order for me to create an account in the Teaching Council. The next thing I did was I had my proof of identity notarized by a lawyer here in Taiwan. Since I am here in Taiwan, so I went to a private firm or office and I paid 1,500 NTD, and then I only showed my ARC and my passport as proof of my identity. And also, if you are in the Philippines, you may go to PAO or private practicing lawyer to have your proof of identity notarized. This is the document I use to prove my identity. I will include the link of this document in the description part of this video so that you will have it in advance. And also, you may have it notarized in advance to a lawyer. You may ask, what are the documents I uploaded in the Teaching Council? So here's the step-by-step process I did and the documents I uploaded in the Teaching Council. As far as I know, to be qualified in the discretionary pathway, so you need to get at least level 7 for your bachelor's degree. If you happen to get level 6 because your school doesn't have the accreditation to one of the accrediting schools in the Philippines, you may contact the Teaching Council about your status and what are the things you may do so that you will be granted a provisional certificate in New Zealand. So I think the reason why I got my provisional practicing certificate in New Zealand because of my teaching experience. I've been teaching for a decade now. And then of course, I also have my master's degree. So the number one requirement that you need to upload in the Teaching Council is your NZQA assessment report with level 7. Before we move on to requirement number 2, I'd like to remind you to avoid delay of your application, you need to submit documents certified by a public lawyer, or you can go to a private practicing lawyer in the Philippines and get your documents certified. For my transcript of records, I did not get this certified by a lawyer. Instead, I used my documents certified by CHED and DFA since one of the requirements here in Taiwan is The documents need to be verified by CHED, authenticated by DFA and TECO. For this requirement, I did not provide any documents since I don't have a practicum. Instead, I made an explanation about it since the officer told me that I have to submit an explanation why I didn't have it. For the information about professional teacher registration status, you may submit the photocopy of your teaching license, and of course, this copy is certified copy by a lawyer. So for teaching service, since I have more than 3 or 4 employers, so I only gathered all my teaching service or certificate of employment. You have more than 1 employers or schools, so you can create a PDF file and put all your certificate of employment in one file. For the result of your language proficiency, you don't have to get this document certified by a lawyer since the teaching council can check it online. For this document, so I will not explain any further about this. Instead, you may check the link in the description part of this video. I will upload the samples and the documents I uploaded in the teaching license so that you will have the reference and the documents that you have to gather for this kind of requirement asked by the teaching council. For the induction and mentored teaching, I did not use any document from the Philippines. Instead, I used a document here in Taiwan. So I uploaded the documents that we had before I started to teach in a public school. So we have a series of seminars and there are information about it. So I included those documents and I uploaded in the teaching council. The only problem I had, my lawyer friend cannot certify these copies of documents since the documents are documented online. Support from professional leaders refers to the reference letters from your employers. You can also have reference letters from your previous professors if you have finished master's and doctorate degrees. For the professional development, you don't need to upload all your certificates. Instead, all you need to do is to list down all your seminars and workshops, and you may put the name of the seminar, the date, and then whether you are a speaker or just a participant. So you may check the link from this description part of this video, and so that you will have the template of this kind of document I uploaded. For your curriculum vitae, you can use any template, but I will also provide my own template for my curriculum vitae so that you can also see what kind of curriculum vitae I uploaded in the teaching council. So you may copy or you may not, because my curriculum vitae is only a 1 copy document. Today, we talked about the step-by-step process of getting a provisional practicing certificate in New Zealand. If you haven't submitted your documents for NZQA, you may watch this video for your reference.